What up, everyone? It's Vlad here. I want to talk to you guys today about projects that are upcoming in the future. Some will be coming out later this year, sooner rather than later. Some will be coming out at like the end of 2025, but this is just the type of stuff that we got going on. First things first, you guys have probably seen me posting about this already, but the next thing to come out is going to be my audiobook version of Gods and Titans Battle for Earth, which will have a full cast list, which I actually released the cast list on my social media. Links will be in the description. And it'll have sound effects, music, all that type of stuff. I edited it all myself. And that will be coming out December 9th of this year. That'll probably be the final project this year. I might drop something around Christmas. I don't know yet. Next thing to come up is going to be a series of short stories. I'm going to put out a free short story every month. I might do like an email list type thing. I'm trying to figure that out. So if you're interested in that, let me know. But I'll be putting out one free, between 5 to 10 pages, short stories every month. And then maybe at the end of the year, I'll drop like a collection book of all of them with some new ones in there too. But I do have a couple already done. I have about 6 done already. So about half the year's worth. And I have way more than that already planned out. But I'm going to give you guys the titles of all the ones that are done and give you like a little rundown of the synopsis of the stories. So first things first, some of you guys might recognize the first two. So this one's going to be The Woods, which was a short story I wrote in high school. I also wrote a film version, which is a lot different plot-wise. Main plot's the same in the movie, but, whatever, that I was going to film. But, COVID kind of messed that up. So I reworked the short story, updated the writing in that, and that's going to be the first one to drop. It's kind of like a horror story about kids getting attacked by a ghoul in the woods type shit. And then next up we have the Androcles Brothers, which is going to be, I have 2 parts already written. It's going to be a 3-part, maybe 4-part story. Each one self-contained, but kind of like anthology type. And it's about 2 brothers from ancient Greece who have connections with the gods and destiny tied together. And it's pretty cool, a little action-adventure series compared to the horror series of The Woods. This is more like kind of like a slasher horror. And then we have next The Search for Spirits, which is another rework of an old story I wrote. Kind of like a Demon Slayer type situation, another horror type story. And then lastly, we have Space Horror. I really couldn't think of a title for this. The title might change before this one comes out. But it's kind of like a Alien vibe. I love the space horror genre. Alien, I think, is a great franchise. So that's a little snippet for you guys for the free short stories that will be coming up. Like I said, there's going to be a lot more. I have like a mystery detective type story I'm writing. I have like kind of like a philosophy type story. I have medieval, pretty much all genres. I'm using this to kind of use it as writing practice and also grow the fan base and grow, spread the name out a little bit more, and give you guys content while I'm working on the bigger stuff. And speaking of the bigger stuff, here are some the other projects that are coming. Draken issue number 2 is already in the works. I've already written the full thing. We are a couple pages into the drawing. Same artist as before. And it's coming out crazy right now. I'm loving it. And then we have my next book, which is going to be Immortality's Curse, Fallen King. I've started it. People who have read Gods and Titans Battle for Earth already, there's a little snippet at the end of the first chapter. End of the book, there's a snippet of the first chapter of this book. It's about Dracula and his fall from being king of the vampires, all that type of stuff. More details on that will come soon as I'm writing it. That'll probably be like end of the year. This will probably be beginning of the year. And then Shadow Assassin number 2, I haven't written it yet. That's going to be the next thing I write. And that will be coming out probably later in the year as well, maybe middle. And then Draken number 3 is going to be a special one. That one's going to be a collaboration with The same artist that did the Gods and Titans cover art. We had, for people who don't know the lore behind it, we used to run a comic book company together, me, him, and a third friend named Angel. We had our whole universe and stuff like that. We're thinking about coming back with a little special issue for Draken. So he'll be drawing this issue. Some old characters will come back that people who have been following my stuff for a while will recognize. And that will be like a real fun one. I'm excited to start that. And then I do want to try to get a couple videos, maybe one earlier in the year, maybe one later in the year for music. Like actual, like not AMV stuff, like actual music videos, maybe for old songs, maybe for new ones, we'll see. And then later in the year, I wasn't originally going to do another album, but I'm thinking about it. I had this concept I had for the Vlad the Immortal, which is kind of like going through the history of like hip hop and rap, like different, like one song would be like 90s, one song would be like 80s, and just going down the list all the way up to like the new age rap and just see how versatile I can be with music and stuff like that. So I might do that. That might be like an October drop if I do it, because I do want to focus more on videos and singles than albums now, because I have a couple albums out. That's the whole check-in I wanted to do, give you guys a little insight into other projects. I do have even more projects I haven't shared that I'm thinking about making, probably will make, so stay tuned. There's going to be more stuff. I have a whole notebook full of things I want to get done, so stay tuned for that. Peace.